So before we jump into the year of 2024 with our first Bitcoin content, I want to thank each and every one of you first. Yes, guys, I want to start this year 2024 by thanking you guys for your love, your support, because your love, your support is giving me energy to create content like this on a daily basis. So please keep supporting, keep destroying that like button because we have a long way to go. So by saying this, let's jump into the content, because if you look at the price action of Bitcoin right now in a daily time frame, we are finding support at this CryptoAnup buy sell indicator. We are finding support at this Williams alligator indicator, and along with this support, we are also witnessing coiling up from this Williams alligator indicator, which indicates incoming volatility. Yes, guys, if the price of Bitcoin is going to remain above this Williams alligator indicator, CryptoAnup buy sell indicator, we could be forming a so-called a double bottom type of formation, which could be looked as a continuation pattern. So if this volatility is going to favor us, I mean this coiling up from this Williams alligator indicator, which indicates incoming volatility, is going to favor us, then we definitely need the price of Bitcoin to remain above 40,000 here in a medium short term. Yes, guys, we definitely want the price of Bitcoin to remain above 40,000 if you want to see this as a continuation pattern. It's not just only this Williams alligator indicator indicating us incoming volatility. Even if we look at this Bollinger Band, squeeze in Bollinger Band also indicates incoming volatility. So we have to be prepared, we have to be ready, because this squeeze price concentrating in between 40,000, 43, 44,000 definitely indicates the upcoming days for Bitcoin is going to be very, very volatile. So if this is going to be a bullish continuation pattern like this, what is expected? The price of Bitcoin to break out of certain line of resistance. If it's going to be a bearish continuation pattern like this, right before the spot Bitcoin ETF approval, right? If it's going to be sell the news event, we have to be prepared, we have to be ready, because we are expecting a very, very volatile move for the coming days. You can see spot Bitcoin ETF decision by the SEC could be out by January 3rd, Reuters report. Spot Bitcoin ETF issue could hear from the SEC as soon as Tuesday or Wednesday, according to Reuters report. The deadline is definitely 10th of January. So you can see the upcoming days for Bitcoin is expected to be volatile. So we have to monitor some key line carefully. Now, even if we look at this in a very simple way, by simply using this rising trend line and falling trend line breakout scenario, in the past price action, when the price of Bitcoin was following this rising trend line, each and every time we tested the support from this rising trend line, you can see what happened after that. The price of Bitcoin after that had a relief rally. Now, what I want you to do is to look at this red line or the falling trend line. Whenever the price of Bitcoin was following this rising trend line, and also inside this symmetrical triangle type of formation, when we flip that into support, we had a very nice impulsive move. Now, if we look at this carefully, we are also forming another symmetrical triangle type of formation where the price is finding rejection or resistance around the upper trend line. So if we can flip that into support just like here, then we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to continue with another impulsive move here like this. Yes, guys, the price of Bitcoin is expected to show very, very bullish move once we can flip the 44,000 resistance into proper support, because we know breaking that means the price for the coming days could be also heading towards to reach the price opportunity from this descending broadening wedge. Yes, right now this upper trend line from this descending broadening wedge is acting as a line of resistance. We can see that very clearly. Lower trend line acting as a line of support. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that if this here is going to be a continuation pattern, right, then you can see the price objective definitely sits around 44, 45,000. So that's why 44, 45,000 could be on the line as soon as we break out from this falling trend line, as soon as we break out from this another falling trend line. So you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin definitely looks like getting attracted towards some key line first before deciding the trend direction. And we have said the best part would be if we get attracted on 48 to 50,000, because that's the price objective in a bigger frame. I mean, before we decide the actual trend duration price of Bitcoin heading towards 30,000 back again, or even higher towards 60, 70,000, first there is a very high probability of price testing the resistance around 48 to 50,000 range. So that's why, keeping that in back of our head, we want the price of Bitcoin to break out of this falling trend line. We want the price of Bitcoin to break out of this another falling trend line, and also break out from this POC line, because this point of control line, this horizontal line that showcases an asset price point where the most trading activity occurred over the season. This line will be also looked as line of resistance, because that's exactly where we got rejected in the past price action, which resulted in a corrective move. So if you want to invalidate this bearish scenario, then we have to overcome the resistance from this POC falling trend line. So please guys, please do not over leverage yourself, because price of Bitcoin is definitely showing some strength after testing the area where we had the most traded volume, right? You can see, right, this acted as a support. So if we are going to see another continuation like this, we definitely need some key line to be broken first. And now what is even more exciting is this January CPR. It is another VCPR, guys. You can see November was also a VCPR, December was also a VCPR, and now January 2024 is another VCPR month, which means the price of Bitcoin has not tested any of the CPR line and it is choosing a trend duration. Even right now, you can see for this month of January 2024, our CPR target or the support sits around 41,900 to 41,100 range. First target, please listen carefully, guys. The first target sits around 45,400, and I have been very clear. If this 45,000 gets broken, where are we heading next? According to this month, our next target sits around 48,600, and the final target, the most bullish target for this month of January, according to our leading indicator, sits around 52,000 range. Yes, guys, these are our upcoming target for Bitcoin as long as we remain above 40,000 range. And not just only this, guys, if we do get attracted towards this 48 to 50,000 range, then parallelly we will be also reaching the price opportunity from this cup and handle here in a weekly time frame. Yes, guys, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to show a move at least around 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line, right? This 0.61 line sits around 48,500 range, and this is also the price opportunity from this cup and handle. So we have said, even if this is going to play out as a dead cat bounce trading pattern first, we could get attracted around 48,50,000 before deciding the trend duration. And not just only this, guys, even if the worst case scenario plays out first, I mean price of Bitcoin getting attracted around 30,000 before continuing our rally, what in that case? In that case, we have to look at this yearly CPR. This here is a monthly CPR. Now what I'm trying to show you here is the yearly CPR, which is a VCPR. This is a big warning sign, to be very, very honest. That means if you look at the price action of Bitcoin from 2012, you can see in more than 90% of cases, this purple line or the CPR line always gets tested. We had 1 year, 2021, where the price started choosing a trend duration without touching any of the CPR line. What happened? The next year, we got attracted towards the bottom CPR line. You can see we left this VCPR open. The next year, 2024, we had a corrective move where we tested the lower trend line or the bottom trend line before continuing our rally. So in our case, this is also, right, this is also a VCPR. Price is choosing a trend direction without touching any of these yearly trend lines. So please be careful. This line, 38,000, 35,000, 30,000, these lines are definitely going to be looked as one of the most important line. And guys, please do not confuse yourself. Even if this happens, price gets attracted around 30,000, 32,000, this will be great buying opportunity, because in a yearly time frame, you can see this is a new ascending CPR. Yes, this CPR is higher than the previous month CPR. So that means the coming year for Bitcoin could be bullish according to our leading indicators. So please do not panic even if the price in the medium short term is going to show some weakness, because I have been very clear. Even if that happens, if the price of Bitcoin gets attracted towards 30,000 range here in a bigger frame, right, in a monthly time frame, according to this halving scenario, that will be just a temporary retracement before we enter the fourth Bitcoin halving, which could turn the price of Bitcoin very, very bullish, because we have found out in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has entered through the halving phase, what has followed after that? A very impulsive move, or so-called a mark-off phase. And this is exactly what we are also expecting in this year of 2024 around March month. Yes, guys. So before halving, if we are going to see pre-halving shakeout, pre-Bitcoin ETF approval shakeout, then let it be, guys. because in a bigger picture, the price of Bitcoin still looks very, very bullish, not just only because of the halving. Even according to this Wyckoff's price cycle, you can see we have finished the oversold area or the accumulation area. Now we are starting this new impulsive move, which is also known as a mark of phase. So this mark of phase could be on the line, which also indicates the price could be heading towards to form a new overbought area, the distribution area, which means a new higher high in a bigger picture. So that's why, guys, the upcoming year, the upcoming month for Bitcoin definitely looks super bullish, and this is exactly why I'm super excited for this year of 2024. And guys, one more time, I wish you nothing but the best for 2024, and this year 2024 is definitely going to be our year. So by saying this, I'm signing out. Until next time, bye bye.